Maintaining your true self in a world that constantly tries to change you is an incredible achievement. This idea fits perfectly with what it means to be a Sigma female. More than just a label, being a Sigma female is about how you live, think, and sometimes the tough challenges only a few can handle. You don't just go along with others or seek approval. You move through life with a subtle strength that often leaves others wondering, and that's what makes you stand out. However, let's be clear. This path comes with its own set of hurdles. You perceive the world in a unique way. You don't just observe, you examine. You don't simply feel, you think deeply. While these qualities drive your success, they can also make you feel alone, misunderstood, or overwhelmed by the very things that make you exceptional. In this video, we'll dive into the 11 unspoken challenges that only Sigma females will fully grasp. These aren't common issues. They're intense, genuine, and deeply personal challenges of being someone who won't compromise on their standards. So stick around, not just to gain insights, but to remember your strength. These challenges don't limit you, they mold you. Watch until the end and celebrate what makes you unique. Number 1, the struggle of being overlooked. Sigma females excel at managing life skillfully and with poise, yet this very ability can backfire. Because they handle problems so smoothly, people often think they don't need help, support, or even a simple thank you. It's like their competence is a double-edged sword. It brings them respect, but also denies them the appreciation and care they truly deserve. Friends, family, and co-workers tend to forget that even the strongest individuals need to feel valued. They watch the Sigma female take on duties, resolve issues, and keep everything in order without showing strain, and they neglect to check on her true feelings. They fail to see the times when she feels drained or stressed because she hides it well. To everyone else, she appears unshakable, but internally, the lack of acknowledgement can be deeply frustrating. The problem isn't that she wants constant praise, quite the opposite. Sigma females don't seek validation from others, but they are human and need to feel recognized. When people continuously overlook her resilience, it can make her feel invisible, as if her hard work is expected rather than appreciated. This frustration builds over time, particularly when others rely on her but don't reciprocate. People think she has limitless energy and toughness, but even the strongest reach their breaking point. When those limits are disregarded, it's not only exhausting, it's disheartening. Sigma females won't ask for appreciation or insist on recognition. They will continue to meet challenges head-on. However, it's important to understand that being taken for granted wears down even the toughest individuals. And while they may not voice it, a simple thank you or a sincere act of kindness can be incredibly meaningful. Number 2, the burden of being everyone's confidant. Sigma females possess a calming aura that makes others feel comfortable. Their composed demeanor, sharp understanding, and emotional balance position them as the preferred choice for advice, guidance, or simply a sympathetic ear. People view them as pillars of strength and wisdom, always appearing to have everything under control. However, many don't see the burden this responsibility carries. When people share their worries with a Sigma female, it often becomes a regular occurrence. Friends, co-workers, and even strangers open up about their deepest concerns and challenges, trusting her capacity to manage them. And she does, listening attentively, providing sound advice, or just offering a stable presence they rely on. Yet, beneath this calm exterior, she bears the emotional load of others' problems, which can affect her own mental health. The real issue is that Sigma females seldom voice their struggles. They avoid seeming vulnerable or self-centered, and they truly care about helping others. But continuously being the emotional support for many is exhausting. It's not just the hours spent listening, it's the implicit expectation that they are always available, always resilient, always prepared to assist. The frustrating part is that this relationship is often one-sided. While Sigma females invest a lot in others, few people check on how they're doing or if they need support themselves. The assumption is that they're okay because they always appear to be. But even the strongest individuals need support. Over time, this constant emotional effort can leave them feeling drained and overlooked. They might not ask for help because it's not in their nature to refuse someone in need. However, deep down, they hope others realize that even the most robust supporters need a break, care, and someone to help share their burdens. Number 3. The struggle of being both strong and sensitive. Sigma females are often praised for their resilience and strength. They have a natural ability to face tough situations with elegance, never shrinking from challenges. However, this same strength can lead to misunderstandings about them. Because they're so often seen handling everything effortlessly, people forget they're also human. They experience emotions, weaknesses, and moments of doubt, just like everyone else. When they do show vulnerability or pain, the response can be dismissive. They might hear phrases like, "toughen up," or "you're too strong for that." It's as though their emotional needs are considered less important than those who are more visibly fragile or expressive. This is frustrating for Sigma females because their ability to navigate life's hurdles doesn't mean they're unaffected by them. Their hearts can still break, and they do feel pain. Their strength acts as both a defense and a weight. It causes others to depend on them, seek their guidance, or expect them always to be the pillar of strength. Yet, when they need support, they are often supposed to stay unbreakable. The gentleness they sometimes wish to show is overshadowed by the expectation to always appear tough. This leads to a quiet conflict, wanting to be recognized as both strong and soft, yet worrying about being judged for showing vulnerability. Sigma females don't want to be pigeonholed into being constantly stoic. They need environments where their feelings are validated and their softness is embraced just as much as their fortitude. They are complete individuals, embodying both robustness and the need for occasional gentleness. Number 4. The tiring nature of constant self-reflection. For Sigma females, being highly self-aware is not just something they do, it's integral to who they are. They spend a lot of time thinking about their decisions, scrutinizing their behavior, and considering how they affect others. This intense desire to get better makes them scrutinize everything, from their manner of speaking to their reactions to life's hurdles. This ongoing quest for improvement and understanding is admirable, but it has its costs. This level of self-reflection drives progress, yet it also brings a heavy mental load. Their minds are hardly ever still. They're rarely able to just relax and be content with themselves. They're constantly reviewing their past actions, wondering if they could have managed situations better, if their reactions were appropriate, or if they are living up to their moral standards. This endless self-examination means they continually face the pressure to enhance themselves. There's always a voice in their head, questioning whether they could do better, if there's more they could achieve, or if they've overlooked something crucial in their personal development. While some people can ease up and overlook things, Sigma females find this nearly impossible. The irony is that this drive for self-awareness defines them. It propels them to mature, to change, to break away from old habits and constraints. However, it also traps them in a cycle of self-doubt and unease. Finding peace becomes almost an unattainable goal. They struggle to achieve it, no matter how much they advance. it's a two-sided situation. The very trait that helps them to progress and grow is the same one that stops them from being able to relax and just exist. The weariness of always examining and questioning makes them yearn, if only for a while, to turn it all off and find some tranquility. Number 5. The irritation of having to instruct others on respect. Sigma females often end up in an aggravating situation when it comes to showing others how to respect them. Generally, people expect them to fit into typical roles: submissive, compliant, easy to sway. However, Sigma females break away from these expectations. Whenever someone oversteps their boundaries, they quickly learn that Sigma females do not tolerate disrespect. It's not that these women are unreasonable or too demanding. Rather, they've established their lives around self-respect and firm boundaries. They know their value and refuse to accept anything less than what they deserve. When others behave improperly, Sigma females are quick to stand firm. But the irritating part is the ongoing need to educate others about this. It's tiring to constantly define and reiterate the same boundaries, explaining why they won't accept poor treatment or manipulation. Sigma females are clear about their expectations and rights, and they are firm in not settling for less. Yet, they often have to keep teaching others to treat them with the respect they've rightfully earned. This recurring need to clarify their stance can seem like an endless loop. The challenging reality for Sigma females is that they seldom experience the tranquility that comes with straightforward, reciprocal respect. Instead, they find themselves having to reaffirm their boundaries repeatedly until others finally get it. Once people learn this lesson, Sigma females do not repeat it. They simply move on, severing ties with anyone who fails to respect them, aware that they don't have the time or patience to deal with those who do not recognize their worth. Number 6. The silent worry about losing inner calm. Sigma females deeply understand the importance of inner calm. They don't just appreciate it, they fiercely protect it as a precious asset. In a hectic world filled with constant demands and draining interactions, they've realized their true refuge is within. Their inner calm serves as their stabilizer, keeping them balanced amidst chaos. Yet, this calm is incredibly delicate. They've seen how quickly it can be disturbed by outside disturbances, negative people, and too many expectations. Life races forward, and the need to fulfill others' expectations, be it from family, friends, or society, can become overwhelming. When overwhelmed, their tranquil state is at risk of being disrupted. For Sigma females, the prospect of losing this tranquility is frightening. It's not about being emotionally fragile. Rather, it's about feeling lost and detached from their own essence. The mental clarity and peace they've worked hard to secure can suddenly seem clouded, making them feel unsettled. If this peace slips away, everything else, relationships, work, personal ambitions, begins to feel out of control. That's why they guard it so diligently. They carefully choose their surroundings, staying away from negativity and individuals who sap their energy. They establish firm boundaries and vigorously protect their solitude. They eliminate anything that might disturb their peace because they understand how difficult it is to restore once lost. This ever-present fear of losing their inner peace quietly hovers in the background. Yet, it also motivates them to stay strong, focused, and selective about the energies they welcome into their life. For a Sigma female, inner peace is not just a comfort, it is essential. Number 7. The constant struggle between helping others and preserving their own energy. Sigma females have a natural inclination to help others, to offer their support and advice freely. It's a part of who they are, a deep-seated urge to be there for those in need. Whether it's lending an ear to a friend's troubles or stepping up during someone's difficult times, they feel driven to contribute. However, this generous spirit often leads to an inner conflict. They understand the importance of aiding others, but they also recognize that overextending themselves can deplete their own mental and emotional energy. Maintaining this balance, caring for others while safeguarding their own well-being, proves to be a draining challenge. Sigma females cherish their independence and their quiet time, yet their natural response is to support those they care about. The dilemma surfaces when they feel that with every act of kindness, they might be sacrificing a part of themselves. Their emotional energy is limited, and too much generosity can lead to burnout. The toughest part of this dilemma is dealing with guilt. Sigma females dislike feeling selfish, but they know that neglecting their own energy reserves could leave them with nothing more to give. They must continually remind themselves that taking care of themselves isn't selfish, it's necessary. Despite this, feelings of guilt persist, causing them to second-guess their decisions and boundaries. This internal battle is often unseen by others. They continue to give and nurture, but always with the quiet awareness that they must not lose themselves in the process. The ongoing challenge for a Sigma female is to find a way to care for others without compromising their own peace and energy. Number 9. The struggle to stay true to yourself in a world full of pressure to fit in. Every day, Sigma females quietly fight a strong battle. While most people try to fit in and follow trends or meet social expectations, Sigma females refuse to change who they are. They choose to be real and true to themselves, even if it means being alone. This struggle shows up in small, everyday moments, saying no to peer pressure, ignoring the urge to act like everyone else, and confidently following their own path. It's not an easy road. It often leads to being misunderstood, left out, or called different. But for Sigma females, being themselves is something they will never compromise on. Their deep commitment to staying authentic can make them feel isolated. While others feel safe blending in with the crowd, Sigma females are fully comfortable being themselves, even if it makes others uncomfortable. They don't need approval or recognition. They aren't interested in fitting into the boxes society creates. Living this way is freeing, but it can also feel lonely. The more they refuse to conform, the more distant they may feel from others. Yet this same independence makes them incredibly strong. Their choice to stay true to themselves gives them a strength that following the crowd never could. They've realized that it's far better to walk alone and stay authentic than to follow a path that doesn't feel right. This inner strength helps them stand firm against social pressures without losing sight of who they are. In a world that encourages copying others, Sigma females are the ones who stay firm and refuse to be shaped by anyone else's rules. They may stand alone, but they are far from weak. Their strength comes from being deeply rooted in their true identity. Number 10. The challenge of being independent in a world of followers. Sigma females are naturally independent and often choose to walk their own path in a world where many prefer to follow others. This journey isn't always smooth. They don't chase trends or change their views to match popular opinions. Instead, they create their own way, which often leaves them misunderstood by people who feel safer staying with the crowd. While most people follow the group without thinking, Sigma females stay apart, quietly watching the noise from a distance. Some may see them as distant or uncaring, but choosing to stand alone takes a lot of inner strength. It's hard to be different. The loneliness can be painful, and constantly feeling out of place can be tiring. Yet, this space is where Sigma females grow and thrive. Being misunderstood is something they deal with all the time. They don't easily fit into boxes. They aren't the loudest in the room or the ones seeking attention. While many are busy trying to blend in, Sigma females stay true to who they are. They might sometimes wonder about their choices, but not in the same way others question them. They've learned to trust themselves and follow their own path, even if it means being alone. They don't need others to approve of them to feel important or complete, but in their loneliness, they discover real strength. Sigma females become smarter, more self-reliant, and more aware of themselves than those who simply follow the crowd. They depend on themselves because they have to, and this makes them stronger. They can't be broken because they only answer to themselves. While others blindly follow trends, the Sigma female sees things more clearly. This deep understanding built in solitude makes her far more powerful than most people realize. Number 11. The heavy pressure to be strong without showing weakness. Society often sees Sigma females as unbreakable, as if they can handle anything life throws at them without ever struggling. This belief puts a lot of pressure on them, pressure they quietly carry without complaining. Whether it's at work, in their personal lives, or in how they deal with challenges, people expect them to manage everything. They are seen as the ones who never need help, who can rise above any problem. To others, there's no space for them to be weak. They are expected to be the strong ones, the ones who hold everything together no matter how hard it gets. But the truth is, Sigma females get tired too. They feel the weight of always being strong, mentally, emotionally, and physically, while no one seems to notice. Sometimes they just want to let their guard down, to lean on someone else, and take a break from always being tough. However, there's a problem. If a Sigma female shows any sign of weakness, people often see it as a flaw. In a world that expects them to always be independent and strong, showing vulnerability feels wrong. It's like their softer, more emotional side doesn't matter or is simply ignored. This puts them in a difficult position. On one hand, they want support. On the other hand, they feel they must keep up their strong image. They are caught between needing comfort and the pressure to stay unshakable. Because of this, their true feelings often get hidden under the weight of others' expectations. What many people don't understand is that Sigma females are human too. They need to be seen for who they truly are, not just the strong, independent parts, but also the gentle, vulnerable sides that deserve care and understanding. In the end, Sigma females face struggles that many people don't fully understand. They choose to live independently, often misunderstood, and sometimes judged for the way they live. But these challenges aren't signs of weakness. They show strength, resilience, and honesty. It's tough being different, choosing meaningful connections over shallow ones, and standing firm in a world that often rewards people for fitting in. These challenges help shape Sigma females into who they are: smart, self-reliant, and confidently true to themselves. Number 12. The challenge of balancing ambition with contentment. Sigma females are naturally driven. They set high goals and push themselves to achieve more, always looking for ways to improve and grow. This ambition gives them purpose and direction, but it can also make it hard for them to feel truly satisfied. Even after reaching a goal, they quickly move on to the next one, rarely taking time to celebrate their success. They constantly think, "What's next?" This mindset pushes them forward, but it also leaves them feeling like they're never doing enough. The challenge is learning to pause and appreciate how far they've come. Sigma females need to remind themselves that it's okay to rest, to be proud of what they've already achieved, and not always chase the next big thing. It's about finding a balance between staying ambitious and being content with the present moment. With number 13, the struggle of finding people who truly understand them. Sigma females think deeply and see the world differently, which makes it hard to find people who truly get them. They value real, meaningful conversations and often feel disconnected when surrounded by shallow talk or surface-level friendships. Because they don't open up easily, others might think they're distant or uninterested. But the truth is, Sigma females crave genuine connections. They just won't settle for fake friendships. This search for meaningful relationships can feel lonely. It's tough meeting people who respect their need for space, yet understand their depth. But once they find those rare connections, they treasure them deeply. The challenge lies in staying patient while waiting for the right people to come into their lives. People who appreciate their quiet strength and deep thoughts without trying to change them. Number 15. The struggle to balance logic with emotion. Sigma females are deep thinkers who often rely on logic and reasoning to guide their decisions. They like to analyze situations and solve problems in smart, practical ways. However, this logical approach can sometimes clash with their emotions. They may struggle with recognizing and expressing their feelings because they're so focused on thinking things through. This can make it hard for them to process emotional situations or connect deeply with others on an emotional level. Balancing logic with emotion is tricky. They want to stay rational, but also need to honor their feelings. Learning to listen to their heart without ignoring their mind can help them make more balanced choices and build stronger emotional connections. To all the Sigma females out there, remember that these struggles don't define you. They make you stronger. They help you become someone who doesn't need others' approval because you've learned to trust your own strength. Being misunderstood only means you don't fit into simple categories, and that's something to be proud of. Keep moving forward on your path, even if it feels lonely. Embrace your alone time, because that's where you'll find clarity and inner strength. Don't let the world make you feel bad for being yourself. Your worth isn't in the noise of others, but in the quiet confidence you carry. You are the exception, not the norm, and that's what makes you unstoppable. If you see yourself in these struggles, know that you are not alone. Celebrate your uniqueness because it's the source of your true power. Thanks for watching till the end. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time.